I think the real thing about a bunker shot for the average golfer is that he's terrified of the sand, and he really is afraid to go ahead and just play a nice normal shot and let the club head do the work. The first guy, he tries to help it out of the sand, and he either hits the ball right in the middle and nails it across the green, or he hits it fat and doesn't get out of the bunker. The second fella, he thinks, well, if I take out enough sand, surely the ball's going to come out too. So he stands here, and he's got a big old long swing and tries to drill the club through the sand. Well, really, to play a sand shot, it's a very delicate shot. You want to hit just a little bit behind the ball. You want to let the club head do the work, and the looser you hold the golf club, the better chance you have of letting the club head do the work. So you place the ball off the instep, nice loose grip, hit it about twice as hard as you would for a normal shot, and let the club head do the work. I think your sand play is about to improve. Chipping. Its technique is a game in itself. First of all, let's try to figure out what we're trying to accomplish with a chip shot. Obviously, it's getting the ball close to the hole. But what club can you get the ball closest to the hole with, generally on the green? Well, obviously, the putter. So let's try to simulate a putt as much as possible. So the first thing we have to do is get the ball on the green. Well, I try to get the ball on the green with a chip shot as soon as possible, say in the first 3 or 4 feet. Well, let's just take this shot, for instance, here. I've got a 40-foot shot, maybe 6 foot off the green, and I try to carry it 3 or 4 feet on the green. That's maybe carrying it 10 feet and let the ball roll 30 feet. Well, for this shot, I've selected an 8-iron. If I had a longer shot, maybe 60 feet, I might select a 6-iron. If I had a shorter shot, maybe 20 feet, I might try to carry it 10 feet and roll it 10 feet with maybe a pitching wedge or a sand wedge. Of course, a lot of it depends on the cut and the speed of the green, too. But that's how I select a club to try to simulate a putt and get the ball rolling as quickly as possible. Now let's go to technique. The technique of hitting a chip shot is, first of all, in the grip. I want to try to make my hands be as much opposite each other as I possibly can and opposing each other. I use a reverse overlapping or a putting grip. Put my hands opposing them, turn my elbows out. This allows me to be in a position of not being able to use my wrist. Unlike pitching, where you use a lot of hands, in chipping you want to take your hands out. I then make sure that the ball is placed in the back of my stance, somewhere near the right foot. And the worse lie I have, the more I play the ball back. And also, I want to make sure that the club angle, or the shaft angle, is ahead of the ball. And of course, the worse the lie, the more the shaft will be moving ahead of the ball. I take a relatively wide stance. Now I've got the ball placed in the back of the stance. My hands opposing each other. And from this point here, I've got everything locked. I just hit it with my shoulders. When I do this, I find I have a great deal of control over any chip shot.